Hey everybody, welcome to American Truck Simulator. I'm your host, TheFlyingMoose, and as you can see, there's nothing going on in the background because I screwed up and didn't set a hotkey to transition without being in the sim, and therefore you guys see black until I go back in. So before I do that, though, I'm going to turn on TeamSpeak because otherwise I'm going to have to get out of this again, and I forgot to do that. So stand by, and then I'll say hello to everybody. So give me a moment. Why do you do that? I do not appreciate that. No, because you won't let me make it small. That's dumb. Okay, well. Alright, rude. No, it doesn't matter. I don't care. Alright, let's see. Live stream room 3. Alright, switch channel. Okay, so I'm in TeamSpeak now, so if you guys want to join me on that, you may. Let me go back into Sim. It's going to freak out for a second. And there we go. Okay, so you guys should see. I'll see it here. Well, there we go. Okay, good. We're back in the Sim. Hallelujah. Okay, welcome back to the stream, guys. It's been a good week. It was a sad weekend for those of you that have been following me the last couple of weeks. Obviously, rooting for my Jaguars against the New England Patriots. It was a hard-fought game, but ultimately the Patriots snuck in there and took it from us. So good on them, but oh well. I have to say though, I'm not totally heartbroken. We fought the good fight. It was a good game. We were winning for most of the game. I see it as we lost with honor, unlike the Minnesota Vikings, who decided to forget how to play football against the Philadelphia Eagles and basically just gave up. So I believe we at least kept our dignity against one of the toughest teams in the NFL, and they're going to the Super Bowl. That's great for them, but and we get to go home. That's life. At the end of the day, only I think one person said it best. I think it was on the Jaguars. Said, it's kind of hard to think that after the end of the season, out of all 32 teams, only one team ends the season happy. And it's really true. Only one team ends the season on top because that's how it works. Only one team gets the victory. So. It's down to two, Philadelphia Eagles and New England Patriots in 2 weeks. Well, actually, a week and a half at this point in Minnesota, and we'll see what happens. I'll obviously be rooting for the the Eagles because I don't want to see the Patriots win
Yay.
anymore. But that's what it is. So, Encrypted Pilot, hey, how's it going, man?
I'm doing good, my friend. How about yourself?
Doing well. And looks like David Rothmueller's in here in TeamSpeak as well. How are you?
Good.
Wonderful. Let me say hello to those of you in chat real quick. Briangren was the first one here, followed by David. Kelsey, hello. Welcome back. We can be friends again because that game is over. So well done to your Patriots. Crystal Clear Flight, hello. Daniel X Vlogs, how's it going? And that brings everybody in. So what do you mean new TeamSpeak ID in TeamSpeak? What does that mean?
You'll see in a second.
Okay. You changing your name? You changing your name to Crypto? Whatever. Anyway, David, as to your question about Tower 3D, yeah, I'd be totally willing to do a multiplayer thing. Although I think it's only one other. I think you can only do it with one other person because there's only one other job. You can split ground and tower. So it says multiplayer, but it's really two-player. I think is the maximum it'll go. I think. But I'm totally down to do that sometime. So we'll have to coordinate and figure out a good time to do that. But and it doesn't even have to be a stream necessarily. I mean, we could do that too, but yeah, that'd be fun. So anyway, well, I get hate if I like racing than flying. No, no, you won't. No hate. Well, at least not for me. You like what you like. You do what you do. I don't really care. As long as you subscribe and like the videos that I'm doing, then you can do whatever you want. Well, within reason. Let me state that. So we're gonna do Truck
Don't get
Simulator
arrested, man.
tonight. Yeah, we're going to do Truck Simulator tonight. We're not even going to be flying today anyway, so it really doesn't matter. We're in Albuquerque, New Mexico at the moment, and we're about to, I just picked up a load to go to Clovis, New Mexico, which is funny because there is a Clovis, California that I live 5 miles from. I mean, they're like the sister city of Fresno here, so it's kind of funny to see it somewhere else. But there's a Clovis. There's also a Clovis. There's another Clovis somewhere else too, but there's also a Fresno, Texas, and a Fresno, Kentucky, I believe, and I think another one somewhere. But anyway, doesn't matter. It's not the point of the video. So let's get on with it. Let's get trucking. So I'll jump in here. I just gotta go pick up the load. I already selected it, And it's a rush job, from what I understand, where it's electronics we're taking to Clovis, New Mexico. Once this thing loads, there we go. We left off in this parking lot that was very difficult to get our big load into, but we did get it eventually. Calm yourself there. And let's see here. I changed the steering sensitivity, but I haven't tested it yet, so I don't know
Oh boy.
how it's going to do, but already that feels better. So we'll see how that does. Indeed, Kelsey, it was a good game. The NFC Championship game was a poo game. At least our game was a good one and well fought by both sides. So at the end of the day, that's the most important thing. Oh, maybe the steering is not acceptable. I may have turned it down way too much. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh, that's terrible. Okay, we're gonna have to do something about that. That's awful. Okay, stand by. I can't operate like that.
So how's your week been going, Moose?
It's been going pretty good. Work has been okay. I'm gonna turn that linearly down a little bit and see what that does. Yeah, work's been good. Weather's been good. Can't really complain. So that's still pretty awful. So okay, you know what I did? I know what I did. I know what I need to change. Stand by. So apparently,
The funny thing is, next week I take over your job.
you take what now?
The NFL charter flight.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, I gotta get that Eagles thing done for you. Let's turn that.
I've made headway on the Airbus at the FS Labs A320, which is amazing. I can now use my tablet that I use for my charts as also part of my tool.
Oh,
This
that's
is pretty
cool.
cool.
Nice. Yeah, this
And
is
so it's pretty cool because I just type in my IP to my computer, and it's when I have the FS Labs up and running, it opens up the MCDU. So as long as I have everything in place on FS in the right locations, because I figured out where to put the files for the flight plan, finally. It'll pop up my MCDU, my tablet will reflect it, I can just type it away from there.
So now you can do your MCDU on your tablet, is that what you're saying?
Yes, I can pretty much, it's like having my I can take my FMC wherever it goes. So if I said I'll be right back and get on the bathroom, but here, watch this. Listen to the quietness as I programmed FMC from the safety of my restroom.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Or if you had it too, I can give you the same link, and I can have, if you're flying right seat with me, I can have you program the CDU as I focus on other tasks.
Gotcha. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, to leave the FS Labs to make it something even more functional than PMDG.
Yeah. Goodness.
And I heard their 7.5 is pretty good too, so I think
Who's
that
7?
might be on further down the road.
Who's 7.5?
FS Labs.
They're making a 7.5, or they have one?
They have a 7.5.
Really? How did I not know about that? I am dying for a good 7.5. And I'm not...
Amount of things you don't know, Moose.
I know, apparently. I'm just... But hey, good to have you back, Tim. I haven't seen you in a while.
Ah,
No,
sorry,
it
it's been
wasn't.
a busy week.
Yeah, I guess.
No, it wasn't FS Labs. It was another one I was looking at who had another good aircraft. I forgot who-
Flight Factor.
Yes, Flight Factors has a good one. That's what I was thinking about. Flight Factors.
Okay, yeah. Flight... Well, that's not for... That's for X-Plane only, I think, right?
That's correct.
Yeah, so that's why I don't have it, because I don't have X-Plane right now. Yeah, Captain Sim came out with their new redone 7.5, and it's basically like the old one, if you ask me, with like no differences from what I can tell. So everyone else is kind of going, oh yeah, it's much better, it's way improved. And I'm watching the videos going, that's what mine does now. Like, what's different? And it's
No,
and it's buggy as crap apparently too.
No, who is it? They make the 787. Who is it? Who is it?
Oh shoot. Who the crap is it? Ow.
DreamWorks. DreamWorks has a 7.5.
No,
That's
not
pretty good.
DreamWorks. No. They make
Not
movies.
DreamWorks.
No, who is it that makes the... Shoot. It'll come to me eventually, I'm sure. Someone else chime in. Who makes the... Who
Quality
made the,
Wings.
Quality Wings, there it is, yeah. And they have a 757, but it's so... It's so rudimentary, it's just not... I mean, it works, but it's not
It's a
heavily
tad
on
lightweight.
systems. Yeah, it's very...
It's a lightweight airplane.
It is, it really is.
I get ready for work here, and then cause I work the graveyard shift of 11 p.m. to 7 in the morning, so I always have a fun night.
Nice.
Yep.
So it's-
Moment of silence for your Jags.
Yeah, exactly. I did a whole tirade when I started here.
And then he's passing the torch on to me for next week, so that'll be a fun stream.
Yeah, he's gonna have to. His Eagles are in the Super Bowl, so he's gonna do their flight, I think. So.
Oh, the amazing crypto pilot.
Yep.
Going to fly the tour.
That's right. Crypto himself.
Well, I have a few more things set up. I set up my own. I officially set up the official Encrypted Pilot email address that's set up and ready to go, and the official Facebook webpage, which I kind of like yours.
Oh, nice.
I think a little bit different.
That's cool.
So I now have. So I'll be linking that in the video. So if people want to send me suggestions or links to cool things to check out, I'll just boop send it there.
There you go. All right. Check out Crypto's Facebook page and.
It's not called Crypto, it's called Encrypted Pilot.
Yeah, but we're calling you Crypto now, so it's just.
You're crypto, man. You're hung with it.
Okay, Crypto's my call sign.
There you go.
Encrypted, call sign Crypto. Why is it the same thing? It means the same thing. Exactly.
Yeah, well, you know.
I'm also trying to gain Satoshi, which I'm at
A game called
almost
what?
100,000. Satoshi.
I don't know what that is.
It's e-currency.
Oh.
So if I have to get 100 million Satoshi, I will have 1 Bitcoin.
Wow. All right.
If I have 1 Bitcoin, I'm happy. Bitcoin is like 10.5 grand.
Yeah. It's volatile as crap, though. That's the only problem.
It's
It
kind
was
of
up to 12,000 a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, it was up to like almost 20,000 before that, before it crashed.
yeah, it's how people sell. I guess job people buy. This is how it goes.
Yeah, I know, but I mean that's pretty serious volatility for something to go from basically a $10,000 swing. So
There's a lot of people selling.
that's like, hey, how's it going? That's not what you want your currency to be like. It's like Brazilian currency.
Well, if I get 1 Bitcoin and it jumps, if I had the 1 Bitcoin and it jumps like 30,000, I'm just selling it right then. There's like, yep, boop, there goes my Bitcoin. I'm good.
Yeah, right.
Just gonna bank that 30 grand.
That'd be the smart way to do it.
I watch it drop again. Like,
How fast were you coming on that on-ramp?
Fast enough. No, I've not seen Baxter yet this stream.
Is this on the new rig?
Yeah, this is all new rig. Yeah.
Nice frame rate.
Yeah, the old rig is kaput at the moment because it doesn't have a graphics card. Because I put that one in this one, so everything is new rig. So, Tim, any fun adventures in the last week and a half or so we haven't seen yet?
Well, I saw you. Didn't I see you last? No, I didn't. I was in Michigan last weekend. Well, got something new on a release today. Or I should say today, on Monday, yeah. You know how our releases will have notations on it.
Uh-huh.
FARs and stuff.
Right.
Well, I had the new notation saying that no pilot, both pilot, or, geez, how's the phrase now? It is, both pilots cannot be over the age of 60.
Really?
Yep.
Interesting. Are you, where do you fall in that spectrum?
I just hit the big 6-0 on Sunday.
Oh.
I expect a card.
Happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you. I was up in at Michigan State for the Michigan State-Indiana game, and then spent the weekend up there with my tailgate crew, having a good time, and then had a hell of a time getting home because of the fog.
Oh, yeah.
I went from Lansing to west side of Chicago to Chicago O'Hare on the ground in about 3/4 of a mile visibility at the best.
Oh gosh.
Driving.
Yeah, fog is
wild.
Yeah, fog is the one thing I can actually relate to over here in the valley because we get that Thule fog in the winter and it is just soup. I mean, you can't see a thing, and you still get people flying down 99 at 60 miles an hour. It's like, you know, you're gonna die and you're gonna kill other people. Do you mind?
Yeah, did you guys feel the earthquake?
Did not. No. If it was felt here, it wasn't felt by me personally, anyway.
Yeah, I thought about you when I heard the Earth moved.
I feel the Earth move under
But yeah,
my
that's the only big thing. There was that notation on the release. Now I guess that's gonna follow me for the rest of my career.
I guess so. That just means you have to be paired with a pilot that's under 60 at least.
That's correct.
Got it. What's the forced retirement age, or is that still a thing?
That's still a thing. It's 65 now. It used to be 60.
Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. I was like, man, my career would be done. I'd be hanging out with you on YouTube for the rest of my life.
Right.
God, I need a life. What controller are you using for the steering wheel?
My yoke. So I was just telling them I was messing with the sensitivity when we started, because when I loaded it on this new computer, it reset everything, obviously, and I had the sensitivity set where I liked it. I don't know what it was at, and it was, when we did this last week with Truckin, it was super sensitive. Any little tiny jolt would like send a tractor to one side or the other. So I turned it down. I turned it way, way down, and then I couldn't steer at all. And so I finally found the happy place where I don't think it's quite perfect, but it's close enough. So
I heard Tim needs a life.
Yeah, welcome to the show.
Exactly. Yeah, Kelsey, it's too bad you guys lost Gronk early on. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough to give us the win, because if we'd taken Brady out, maybe that would have done the trick, but so, oh well, we'll see what happens. I'm really curious after the Super Bowl, regardless of who wins. I'm curious to see if Belichick decides to move on or what, because there's been all those rumors going around about whatever he's doing, so who knows how much of that is true, but you start hearing enough of it, you start to think there's at least something going on.
I like how things vanish in your rearview mirror.
I know, isn't that nice?
Actually, the draw distance, it does make a difference in the rearview mirror and your frame rate.
It does. It makes a big difference. Yeah, I was looking at somebody who had that set way up, and it was crashing their sim, and they found out, oh, that was why.
Oh, by the way, did you happen to catch Sunday's episode of Simple Flight Radio?
No, I didn't. I was stuck watching the games.
Well, you can catch it on the podcast. Just go to simpleflight.net.
That's true. I can get it on
simpleflightradio.net. I am the first 5 minutes of the show.
Oh, really? I'll check that out. That's cool.
So how you been, Mr. Tim?
You're older.
No, we're all a year old.
Yeah, old and crotchety, but there's no big change there.
Oh, you at least you get to fly aircraft and stuff.
Yeah, it was a good week of flying. The airplanes were well behaved. Had I think a 2-hour delay down in, where the heck were we? Florida. I think it was Fort Lauderdale. 7.5 broke the handle on the hatch.
Yeah.
For the cargo hatch, so they had to fly another one in from Atlanta.
Whoops.
Who do you fly for again?
He may not tell you on here.
Yeah, we don't say that.
I
Canadian
understand.
Airlines.
Yeah. He'll say things occasionally that'll give it away, but he won't say directly, and that's for a number of reasons.
Did you buy anything new, Moose?
I figured.
Wait, sorry, what was that?
Just wonder if you bought anything new for Sims.
Oh yeah, so I did. I bought. I was finishing flying or test flying something this last weekend, and discovered the Steam. There was a Steam sale going on for something, and that Train Sim World that Dovetail does was on sale for half price. So I thought, oh, I'll pick that up and see what that's like. 'Cause I have some of the older Train Sim stuff. And it's actually pretty cool. The CSX Heavy Haul, whatever.
Yeah,
and,
I have it.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I mean, I love that you can get out of the cab now and walk around and do all that. I mean, it's pretty cool, actually. So I played around with that this weekend a little bit. It's enjoyable. So that's about it as far as purchases thus far. I'm going to be purchasing the, because I got P3D loaded back in, and I'm going to start trying that on this new rig, but I need to get FSU IPC 5 because it doesn't work with 4. And want to use that for all my throttles and yokes and buttons and various things. So see if that helps some of the stability issues of that CRJ. The frame rates are now fine, but it has a tendency to crash on me. I mean, just crash the sim. And I'm not sure. I did realize I thought I'd turned off my all my virus protection stuff that comes with Windows 10. And apparently I missed one that I discovered the other day. So it's possible that's doing something and causing the sim to crash. Because I've had it crash twice with the PMDG as well, and I've never had that happen before. So,
Running Windows 10.
yeah. So I'm hoping that turning that off solves the crash, the lock problem that's happening, and if that solves the CRJ too, it'd be great. But I'd like to start getting stuff implemented onto P3D just to take advantage of the 64-bit. So.
Yeah, I'll probably be moving over too once my new tower's up and running. And I made a discovery the other night with my surprise aircraft stream that I was gonna try and do. That my OBS on my system and the CRJ hate each other.
Yeah, I could have told you that. Remember, I had that problem early on. That's why we didn't fly the CRJ after I bought it, because it was just awful frame rates. And my computer was beefy enough to take those things, but not that.
The funny thing is, I fly it with turn OBS off, not streaming anything, works fine. Turn on, it doesn't want to do, it's like, oh, okay, it runs about 20 frames per second, which my computer can handle it nicely and smoothly. Turn OBS on, 5 frames a second, like, oh, come on.
What equipment are you running anyway?
Just OBS and...
No, on your computer, what your equipment is?
It's an i7 and a 970M.
970M, oh, it's a laptop?
Yeah, it's a laptop. Tower will replace laptop. Tower will bring me down to 2 screens completely total in use. Laptop has me at 3.
Gotcha.
I can still use laptop for other things as well.
Yeah.
Well, it's 9:53 p.m. and I gotta get ready to go to work. So I'll catch you guys later. I'll probably be in the stream later on tonight, poked up somewhere. But I sent you a link on actually a new IP in your chat box, and it's actually the one I'm more on now.
Okay. I'll take a look. Good to have you, Encrypted. We'll see you later. Have a good night at work.
Enjoy crypto.
Yep. And Tim, I hope you join me on next Friday for the event.
Next Friday? What's next Friday?
The Super Bowl flyout.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
This Friday's Friday's event is flying to Puerto Rico.
Oh, yes. Puerto Rico.
I did that after the hurricane. Good luck.
His flight sim is clean now.
Oh, okay.
What happens when you lift the gear at the gate? Well, if the gear pins are in, nothing. If you look, Kelsey was asking what happens when if you lift the gear at the gate, referring to an aircraft.
Nothing.
Yeah, shouldn't be anything, but.
Get a warning horn.
Yeah.
The airplane will have what's called a squat switch, and when you have weight on the landing gear, it'll override the gear selector switch.
There you go.
How many tickets have you gotten?
I haven't gotten any tickets. What are you talking about?
I've just seen you like screaming through these towns. Like, good heavens.
I'm looking at the speed limit's 55 from what I have. They're not real towns. They're outliers or something. I don't know. But...
White spots in the road where they make their money at pulling over trucks.
Yeah, well, I guess. Well, now we're down to 50. Kelsey, sorry.
Like last weekend, I was gonna be doing my first solo.
Go
ahead. And gonna do my first solo, and my instructor was just like, all right, you got all the documents? And I was like, yep. And I went for my wallet to get my photo ID.
Whoops.
Forgot it at my house. And I was so disappointed.
Oh.
This weekend, though.
Gotcha. Well, that sucks. This is your first solo, you said?
Yeah, my first solo.
Nice. That's a fun feeling, I'll tell you.
Oh, yeah. Have you?
Yeah, it was it was like 15 years ago, but yeah.
I'm definitely excited.
Yeah, you should be. That's a lot of fun. So, Kelsey, anyway, you were asking who I'm going for. I'll be rooting for the Philadelphia Eagles because I'm tired of seeing New England win. Nothing personal, but I just can't stomach it anymore, so. But it's not like a firebrand passion like I had with the Jags because, you know, at the end of the day, the Eagles aren't my team either, so. What's my fuel situation? I got half tank. Okay. We're good.
Moose, you got any tips for the first solo?
You know what? It's been so long. If I gave you tips, you probably wouldn't want them. I would just say be calm. You know, have confidence in what you're doing, and be clear on the radio, and remember your training. You probably with your first solo, you're probably just going to be doing like pattern work anyway, so it should be pretty basic. You should be used to it, but. It is a little nerve-wracking, I guess, the first time you go up without anybody, but...
Yep, that's basic.
At this point,
What
it's
kind of
just...
airplane are you flying?
I fly 172 Skyhawk.
That's... Thanks for...
Yeah, okay.
My face.
What, did you get a high beam problem there? What?
No, the idiot truck decided to, like, brake check me.
Yeah, you know, it's probably a Pittsburgh truck.
Exactly.
On your first solo, remember, I don't know how big your flight instructor is, but your airplane's going to be a little bit lighter.
That's true.
So especially on your first arrival,
Yeah.
it's going to float a little bit more than you're used to.
Yeah, I never really thought about that, actually.
Oh yeah, it'll surprise you.
Yeah, especially in a little aircraft, yeah. Bigger stuff you won't notice as much, but...
Well, 172's little.
Yeah, they are.
Especially if you're like half a tank of gas.
Very.
Yeah, that's true.
We usually go full tanks.
15? What kind of speed
Let's see
limit
what else. Know your numbers, know the speeds. What else do you need to know? Actually, enjoy it. I still remember my first solo, and I was 14. Don't hit the cop.
I didn't hit the cop.
when I was solo when I was 16.
14.
I don't get no respect.
I solo when I was 16. I started flying when I was 14.
Alright, yeah, same here. You know what? The FAA changed that some people would want to do their solo on their 16th birthday, but the FAA changed to have your student pilot certificate be after you're 16. So it was when you're 16, but now it's after you're 16. You can't acquire your student pilot certificate before you're 16.
So you gotta wait till...
Acquire, you just can't be valid.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Of course, back in the day, it was just your first class physical. Or third class physical. You know what I saw driving home today from O'Hare?
What did you see?
Oscar Mayer Wienermobile.
Really?
And it was
What?
small, it wasn't a full size. It was
a mini?
The Wienerette.
A wienerette. That's, you know, there's nothing humiliating enough driving the thing, but then you drive the wienerette. That's like a slap in the face. That's hilarious.
What are you guys talking about?
So Google Oscar Mayer Wienermobile and you'll see what we're talking about. Oh, it's a dog?
Oscar Minor
No.
Wienermobile?
Oscar Mayer. M-E-Y-E-R, I think.
Don't make me sing it.
My baloney has a first name.
Oh my god.
Did you find it?
I guess so.
Yeah. Oh my god.
You want to drive that?
For my first car, oh yeah, roll up at school. I'd be the, you know what?
You'd be the first one on the list for the mass shooting and what you're gonna
Yeah, right?
Yeah, better.
This is true.
Wow. Cool. Beautiful. Well, guys, I'm gonna go. I got a staying school night, so nice hearing from you, Tim, and see you
Good
next
luck on
time.
the solo.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, good luck, man.
Enjoy it.
Alright, have a good one, guys.
You too.
Yep.
Have a good night.
Yeah, it's goofy when you look out to the right and you can actually see out the right window.
You're right. Bring this over a little bit more here.
Yeah, I just loaded it on 150. So that thing was a kite.
Oh, I bet. Those things are quite light.
Plus, I was lightweight too. I was skinny when I was a kid.
Oh, there it is. Okay. I was gonna say.
Flying tomorrow?
That's the plan. Not sure where. I might do. Well, no, they were doing that. Say, I don't want to do that. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do flying tomorrow. I'll go somewhere. I might do Europe again. We haven't done that in a while. I need to get back over there now that the NFL stuff's all done for the most part. All right, we got our drop off in Clovis. Let's find out where we're going next. So let's see here. I just drove to final. Wait, laps with 2 broken. Just drove to final. I'm not sure what you're referring to. At Hobbit Airlines, good to see you, sir. Welcome to the stream. Let's see, what do we got here? Camp Verde, Arizona. Let's just take it all in here. Holbrook. I'm in Clovis. That's lame. I don't want to do that. Raton, New Mexico. That's kind of cool. I don't really like the dualies though. I don't mind driving them, but you can't back them up for the thing, and that's like the best part, if you ask me. So, let's see. Just came from Albuquerque. Oh, here we go. Hobbs. We haven't been to Hobbs yet. And this is a load of computers. Full-on trailer. That looks good. 7 hours. There's also Artesia. That's on the way. And Roswell, also on the way, but shorter. Let's do that. Let's do Hobbs. I like that idea. Picking up a Walbart. Can you just jump from place to place? Yeah, if I do the quick jobs, I can, I think. But if I do the freight market, the standard one, then I have to drive to there. So, so yeah, no, then you can't jump. But that I don't like the jumping thing because it seems like you're cheating. But you know, whatever. It's better to drive it around, see what you're doing. All right, let's get over to Walbert and go pick up our load. It's dark as night over here. What time is it? Just after midnight. I think we're gonna get some fuel while we're here at Clovis somewhere too. So just to make sure, we got just under half a tank, but I don't want to risk running out in the middle of Nowheresville.
How's your fatigue?
I think I turned fatigue off because I was tired of always driving in the day and always driving at night or whatever. So I just quit that stupid thing. So I just have to worry about fuel.
Work good for you?
Yeah, work's going pretty well. We're everything, all the ministries have started ramping back up for the spring semester here, so it's getting busy, but it's good. So busy but good. Gotta slowly cleaning my house over the course of the last few weeks, so one large room at a time. So we're doing the kitchen this weekend, so that's tomorrow before I fly.
Flying tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll do that probably. It'll probably be late afternoon. That way the.
Oh, you mean a sim? I'm sorry.
Yeah. What'd you think I meant? Like literally? No. Yeah, sim flying. Yes. Going somewhere? No. Not in the real world anyway. Virtual only. Yeah. Next scheduled flight that I've got right now, in reality, is Flight Sim Con. I don't know if I'll be flying anywhere before that, but as of right now, no. But I'll be driving up to just after Easter. I'm taking my parents up to San Francisco for their trip. They're going to Europe for a month right after Easter, flying out of SFO. So I'm taking them up there and then picking them up in May when they come back. So.
Are they on us?
No, they're on foreign. They're who are they? I think it's British Airways or something. I think they're flying.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's not SkyStream. That's our Sky Team. That's
yeah, that's
Star Alliance.
No, that's One World if it's British.
I thought British and
No.
United were tied. No, I guess not. It's Lufthansa.
Nope. Yeah, it's American and British are tied. Alright, our trailer should be in here somewhere. Let's find out where. Alright, freight to market. And there she blows. Take job. Over there, okay. Find a truck and honk at it? Alright. I honked to the trailer, does that count? That guy right there, okay. Well, we did not go far enough, okay. Can't believe that worked. Alright. What are you playing right now, Brian? Start that.
Are you running any add-ons with this one?
No, because I was trying to get multiplayer back to working, but it's not. They haven't updated yet because they're waiting for ATS 1.3 to hit. And so once I do get back into multiplayer, the add-ons all break anyway. So since reinstalling this, I haven't turned any of my add-ons on yet. So it's all vanilla right now. I think I turned on. Did I turn anything on? I thought I went on and turned something on, but I don't remember now.
Yeah, when I saw Wahlberg, I'm like, okay, he's got to be going base. But you've got the new add-on for New Mexico, right?
Yeah, I do have New Mexico. Yeah, we're in New Mexico right now, so.
I can tell it's dark.
Yeah, I know you could. New Mexico is a very dark place. It's like Africa, they call it the dark state. It's like the dark continent.
Don't even go there.
Sorry.
It'll only go downhill from here.
I know. Hey, I'm Biggie. All right, stupid New Mexico. There you go, Tim. First ticket. They got me for running a right-hand red light, because that's, a thing. Maybe in New Mexico. Yes, I got a haircut, Brian. It was that time of the century. Are you playing American Truck too, huh, Brian? Awesome. Whereabouts you driving? Oh, nice. Way to be a master for my channel, Brian. That's awesome. All right. I'll wait for the light. Apparently, it's illegal to run a red light on a right-hand turn.
Yeah, no, I think there are a few states where the trucks can't turn on red on right.
Oh, maybe that's the thing.
Right on red.
Yeah, it's hard to say, isn't it?
Yeah, 3 hours sleep, what can I say?
Yeah, well. Santa Fe to Santa Cruz. All right, cool, man. Hey, hey, hey. Watch it, car. Alright, if you're watching and you haven't hit that like button or that subscribe button yet, hit that button for me. I'd appreciate it. And let's see. Whoa. Wait, I thought that was supposed to do something else. What's that all about? Oh, that's that button. Okay. That's just not helpful, is it? Find me a gas station at some point. Oh, nice, Brian. Well, good luck on that. That'd be cool to get into Harvard. Man, it's awesome. Nice, Kelsey. All right, so we're currently driving to, gotta remember the name of the town. We just left Clovis, New Mexico. We're heading for Hobbs, I believe, is the name of the town. And we are hauling computer, or electronics rather, in a box trailer, also known as a van, in the trucking industry. Kind of head around these guys, because they're going to go really slow, apparently. Oh, railroad tracks, goody. 15? Why? What, for the railroad tracks? Moose pad? Nice. Oh, that's what's going on. Yeah, it's pretty good. It adds another level of dimension to the game with New Mexico. The only downside is now, in order to get back to California, you have to go kind of a long ways to get to New Mexico, because it's all, a giant backwards, a giant L. I almost said backwards L. No, it's a normal L. So I'm curious if the next state they're going to release will be something like Utah or something to kind of help fill in the gap fill the map in a little bit instead of just keep going southerly west. But we'll see. I don't know if anyone's heard if they've announced plans of what they're going to do as far as next state release. It would be nice if it wouldn't take them a whole year though this time to get the next one out. Now that all the rescaling is done and all that stuff, hopefully the next one will be a little simpler to put out for them. Ah, yes. That's all. Your senioritis setting in there yet, Brian? Sit just right for the moose antlers to be right behind my head there. Still think that's great how that worked out. Oh, 6 AP classes, goodness. So it's not really a senior year for you, it's a college year. Good grief. Alright, we've got some weird turn thing coming up here. I need to make sure I'm aware of what's going on here. Oh, it's one of those. Okay. To be over, well, not quite over there because that guy is going to do that. I'll go over here. Okay, wow, that's a sharp turn off there. Wow. Hard to see that in the night. Smokey the Bandit theme. I call you the Bandit. We have fuel in here? No. I see a rest area, I see Walbert, and I see a base. No fuel. Going down to 55. Right. Probably. So this is Roswell, New Mexico. Looks like. Go down to 45. Roswell discovered. All right. Hey! What are you doing? And then you're gonna go all slow? Sure. Oh, crystal glitter flight. That's, I don't know how to take that. Just pictures of mooses getting hit by cars. That's, or moose, actually. There's no plural of moose. It's just moose. Mooses is bad grammar. Well, that sounds fun to say. Alright, there's our gas station, so we're going to go fill up over there. Get some guzmoline. What's the best way to get into this place? Looks like this way. Oh, I can go to either one of them. Ah, not that one though. Stupid steering wheel. Nope. Helps to be in gear. Turn wide enough so I don't hit the center island there of fuel tanks. Alright, there we go. The brake on, turn the engine off. Hey now. And let's get some fuel. Oh, that's cool. The Polar Bear Productions, how's it going? Welcome to the stream, sir. Very cold water. Oh gosh. Oh, wrong button. That's flight sim keystroke there. Alright. Let's get on out of here. Okay. Let's try not to. Ow! Oh, dang it. Alright, so that was dumb. Come on, come on. So we hit part of the gas station here. That was not good. It's a very bad form. Trailer was longer than I thought. Really should have stayed on the outside one. Oh well. Live and learn, and then, you know, do something else. What's that thing doing that? Stay and see. Don't get kidnapped by aliens. I'll try not to. I tend to walk on the other side of the street from the aliens, so they don't get me. Like a turning, yes it is. Thank you, Mr. Light. Okay, that'd be pretty funny if every time you drive through New Mexico, there was like a 25% chance you just got beamed up by aliens and you lose all your account. Everyone would just avoid New Mexico like the, or Roswell like the plague. Took my grandma. A mirror behind me? Oh yeah. Back on the camera shot, you mean? Yeah, that's my closet. It's a mirrored sliding door, which, I mean, I guess it makes the room feel bigger, but I've never been all about, never really liked the idea of big old giant mirrors in a room. It just feels weird. Grandmother Ann, hey, welcome back. That's right. You still be able to drive no matter how old you are in this game. Well, good to have you along for the ride. Glad to have you here. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit that like button. Phone home. You know, E.T. wasn't green though. Just saying. Gumby was green, but not E.T. Like a alien E.T. Gumby hybrid or something. Hi, Gamer Fellow. Hey, welcome to the stream. And we're entering another town here. Artesia. All right. What was your favorite show ever? Well, you know, a show that I still love, that I'll watch, you know, episodes of occasionally, whenever, you know, whatever, was The West Wing. That was a show I discovered. I was my senior year of high school when that show aired for the first time, and I was taking government at the time, and so I just really got into it. It was enjoyable. I mean, didn't necessarily subscribe to their politics all the time, but the characters were lovable. Obviously, it was just good writing, and I still can quote, we'll quote various things from that movie all the time. I mean, the show, and it ended well. It did 7 seasons and ended. I mean, some shows they can't keep trying to push it until they just get canceled, and so there's no ever good wrap up or ending. But they ended the show like intentionally after 7 seasons, and it was just done really well. So I would say that's definitely in the top list for me. I love shows like How I Met Your Mother. Last Man Standing with Tim Allen was a great show. Oh my goodness. That I wish had not gotten canceled. That was a fantastic show. But let's see. Scrubs is another really good one that I really enjoyed. I think we have to turn here. I think is what it's telling me to do. I'll try not to hit that car like I did at the gas station. Pull up next to this cop here. You know, I've heard good things about Curb Your Enthusiasm, but I've never seen it. Copenhagen, huh? Yeah, Scrubs is a great show. I just loved, what's his name? John C. McGinley's rants were just great. Gold. The guy who played Dr. Cox. He was probably my favorite character in the show. Him and Ted. Oh my goodness. No one plays a sad sack like that guy. Oh, it was so great. Oh, I'm going home. That was a great show. I actually got, so if you're familiar with Scrubs, I discovered where they shot it, where they filmed it, at the hospital down in LA. And one of the times I was down there to do plane spotting, I thought I'm gonna go check it out and see the set, just see where they film it, with no intention of being able to, no thinking I would be able to actually meet anybody or see anybody. And so I pull up into the parking lot, and there was like a group of people standing around. I'm going, oh, what are you guys doing here? And he goes, oh, they're gonna take us on a tour in a second. And I was like, well, I showed up at the right time. This is great. And so I got to go on this Scrubs tour of the set. I got my picture taken with Snoop Dogg intern. If you guys remember who that was, the black intern guy that eventually becomes Snoop Dogg attending and Snoop Dogg resident and the whole thing throughout the show. But almost got to meet the janitor, which that would have been great. I love the janitor, but that just didn't quite line up right. But we got to see a lot of places where they film and shoot, and they were filming upstairs at the time, and this was season 8 of Scrubs. So we're standing outside on the lot there, in the parking lot. We're basically right there where the sign is that says Sacred Heart, and it's got the doctor kind of putting his hand out, and there's an episode where Kelso tries to hide and pretend he is that person so he's not seen by Dr. Cox. We're basically standing right there. It's outside what they would use as basically the main entrance for all the show people coming in and out of the hospital. Well, they're filming. They've got a crane up, camera crane, up shooting into one of the windows. So doing an outside shot from the window, and a folder comes flying out the window, and they yell cut, and they're like, oh, all right. So I'm thinking, all right, I know what season they're filming. So when this season comes out, I'm gonna look for the scene where they throw this folder out the window, because I know I'm standing right down there. And sure enough, it's an episode where Ted is trying to. I think he's trying to get the guts to do something with, what is her name? It's that, it's right on the tip of my tongue. Gooch. That, kind of, little, what do you call the things? A, ukulele playing girl. And he's either trying to ask her out, or he's trying to take the relationship to the next step, but it has something to do with her. And so they've got him on the couch in there, and someone walks in, or someone has, for some reason, this folder of papers of something that's supposedly important. And I think Ted or somebody just grabs the folder and chucks it out the window. And they're like, hey, what the heck? Well, that scene, I'm standing right down there. I mean, you can't see me, obviously. I'm like 4 floors down. But it's kind of cool to know watching that episode. Hey, I'm right down there. So if you ever watch old episodes of Scrubs and you see that scene, just think of me. Moose is right down there with a group of tourists anxiously awaiting to see the janitor who wouldn't show up in time. He, like, as they escorted us out of the gate, then he stepped out to do his smoke break. Like, dang it. I would have loved to get my picture with him. That would have been great. He was my other favorite character on that show, just from the crap he came up with, and a lot of it was ad-libbed, apparently. It was great. King Poet, how's it going, man? Welcome to the stream. As I stay on the road. Oh, I see my destination. Sun's starting to come up here pretty soon. Flight required for tomorrow. What are you using? I'm using mouse keyboard. Yeah, so grandmother Anne, I am normally, as you can tell by the my name on here, Flying Moose, I'm normally a flight sim guy, and so I have a flight simulator yoke, flying yoke, and I actually use that. I've set it up to basically act as a steering wheel. It works pretty well. Obviously, a steering wheel designed for this would work better, but they are expensive, so so I just use that, and I'm actually using my rudder pedals. I have one set as the brake and one set as the gas, so it works pretty well. Or at least it works well enough. And really, right as I'm going to turn in, the Israelites from the Exodus are all coming down the road all at the same time. All right. Speaking of the Exodus, fun fact. So, for those of you that are familiar with Disneyland and the Jungle Cruise specifically, if you see the natives that they've got, in the jungle there for the Jungle Cruise, they're obviously mannequin kind of style things going on. They're all modeled after the same actor, and it's the actor who played the King of Ethiopia in Cecil B. DeMille's Ten Commandments. So there you go. Odd, obscure fact for the day. Learned that last night watching some old footage that was dug up of the, it's actually time-lapse footage of building Disneyland from the 50s. It's actually pretty cool. Hey, Baxter Cat, someone was looking for you earlier. I don't remember who, but you were wanted. I don't remember who by who, but you were wanted. Alright, so there's where we're putting this thing. So we got to angle around here, try to get turned around. That guy's going to pose a little bit of a problem, I think, but I think we can deal with that. Start our turn. Let's see, can we make it around him or no? Oh, no. Maybe? Oh, not quite. Not quite. Almost. Jackknife it just a little bit here. There we go. All right. Was he wanted dead or alive? Probably alive would be my guess. All right, let's just back this sucker in. There she blows. All right there. All right. Oh, new sponsor, Grandmother Ann. Well, thank you so much. That's awesome. Thank you so much for being a sponsor. And we just had someone subscribe too, which I just missed because then I got distracted by Grandmother Ann. So it's Flare Gaming. There it is. Sorry for the delay on that one. But thank you for subscribing so much. Oh, hey, upgrade. All right. Oops. That one. We'll do that. All right. Yeah, we're doing one more. So let's see what we're going to do. But yeah, thank you, Grandmother Ann, for the sponsorship. That's very kind of you. I appreciate that so much. And Flare Gaming for subscribing. Thank you so much. If you're just tuning in, you haven't hit that subscribe button or that like button yet, I would encourage you to do that. And I'll thank you so much in advance for doing that. All right. We are here in Hobbs, and let's see, anywhere else in New Mexico we haven't been yet? I've been there. That's a little tiny stupid trailer too. That's dumb. Do a long drive. Okay, well, maybe. Well, that's a really short drive. I don't want it's too short. There's not a lot going out of Hobbs here, but let's see. What is this one? This one's going to Phoenix. That's a pretty long drive, actually. What time is it now? 7:36. Okay, we could do that. Holbrook. That's I haven't been on that road. I've been on that road a number of times. That might be a cool one to do. Do Holbrooks and TVs to Tidbit. What else we got here? Sholo. That's about the same thing. And that's empty pallets. That seems boring. Let's do let's do that. Let's do Holbrook. Let's do TVs to Holbrook. That's a good healthy drive all the way across New Mexico and then into Arizona there on whatever road highway this is. I would think this is 40, so I don't know what this is down here. This is 10. This may just be some local highway thing. I don't know. But yeah, let's do this one. So we're going to pick this up from Walbert. Or as welcome as the flowers in May. Well, thank you so much. That's awesome. All right. Let's get on out of here. Go pick up. Oops, I have to take the parking brake on and off. And go there. Flare Gaming. Yeah, the route means nothing today because that's the route from when we fly. There is no route listing for American Truck Simulator. So yes, Leaf. By the way, welcome back, Leaf. We are flying tomorrow. Tomorrow afternoon, my time, will be the plan. I have not decided where or to we are flying yet, but we will be flying somewhere in something, somehow.
Well, that about covered it.
Yeah, I thought so. That somehow reminded me of Wizard of Oz there. Not nobody, not know how. Alright, where is this Walbert that we're getting our stuff to? No, it won't be a 767 because the 767 I have is not really good. I'd love to fly a 767 if it was modeled well, but it's basically the equivalent of the Captain Sim 757, and the autopilot is all buggy in Steam, and yeah, I don't know. So I'd like to do the CRJ, but I'm not 100% sure it won't crash. Of course, at this point, I'm not 100% sure if anything won't crash, but hopefully not. I know Moose's real name. Yeah, I know. I've said it on here many times. It's called Mike. It's not a big secret. It's not an Illuminati thing. I'm not a Mason. I don't. You can know who I am. It's not the end of the world. Moose is my nickname in real life, as it is on the stream, and it's just my online persona. The CRJ is really good, but I've heard that people have a lot of issues with it crashing, and not crashing like, but like crashing the sim. And I've had the same issue, and I don't know yet if it's the plane or if it's my simulator being unstable with some stuff that's going on. So I can't really speak to that yet with any authority. But as a plane itself and systems-wise and stuff, it's a good aircraft. It is very frame rate heavy, so if you do get it, make sure your system is pretty beefy because Basically, I was having trouble flying it in FSX, period, frame rate wise. It did a lot better in P3D, but then I was having trouble on my old system streaming and doing it in P3D. Now most people aren't usually streaming and trying to fly at the same time. That's just me, but just be aware of that, because you don't want to spend your money on something and then realize, oh, my system can't handle it. So if you're close to the system requirements, then maybe not. But if you're like well above the system requirements, then you should be fine. All right. So he's a batch of TVs, I believe is what it said. And I did that wrong. We're gonna have to like back up 5 times. Okay. Yep. Screw it. Okay. I'm gonna do that again. So that was dumb. There we go. Was that a yes, it was. That was my verbal sound effect of a crash. Or the plane had gas. It's really hard to tell. Yes, I am using my yoke for driving. It's true. It works pretty well. I mean, like I said, not as good as a wheel, but hey, it does the job. It does the job. That's oh wait, is that gonna do it? No, that's gonna be poo. Okay. Thought I was gonna slide under it for a second, but nope. Ugh. Yeah, I did not do this right at all. I can back up a trailer, no problem. I just can't back into a trailer. There we go. That's better. That'll do it. That'll do the trick. Alright. Yeah, they came out with it for P3D, but unfortunately, as much hype as Captain Sim is trying to give it, it's basically the old 757 from before with some new textures and what they claim is some new system stuff, but I don't see it. I was watching a bunch of the videos that people were doing of it, and all of the bugs people are talking about are basically things that is an issue with the Captain Sim 57 from, years ago. So I don't know how much of it's going to get fixed, but now, when I bought that originally, I paid, I think I got it on sale, but it was like a $30 aircraft. They're selling it now for $75, and I don't think it's worth anywhere near that. They're selling it for PMDG quality, and systems-wise, I don't see it. I mean, I'd love a 757, and I would pay in a heartbeat for a PMDG quality systems-wise 757 if it exists. But as of right now, we're going to skirt that thing. There we go. As of right now, I don't see it. I mean, I don't see how you release something with that many bugs out the door. I mean, initially, that's just bad. How do you not catch some of this stuff? Like, the engines don't start except in except if you set it up a certain way. They still do the instant start thing where you add fuel and they just spool up to 100% N1 instantly. And I mean, that was what the old one did. And people are going, oh yeah, they're gonna fix that. Well, they never fixed the other one. So I just don't see it. I don't see it. It's not worth the money at this time. If they fix those bugs and the systems really are more robust than the original Captain Sim 757, then I'll shell out $75 for it, sure. But if it's basically just a dolled up version of the FSX version to work with P3D and some new paint textures, oh no, thank you. I would love a good high quality, high systems 757 though. If Level D ever finally releases theirs, which I don't know when that's going to be. They had it in beta supposedly at Flight Sim Con, but I've heard nothing, and it seems to take them forever to. They've been working on that thing for years apparently. So at a certain point, you kind of go, okay, you got to release it or something. But I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not holding my breath for the 7.5.
Yeah.
For level D.
Right. I just don't. Yeah. Who knows? So.
By the time they release it, FSX will be dead.
Yeah.
And they'll release it for FSX.
Right. Yeah, the quality one's 757 is nice, but again, it's a light aircraft when it comes to systems. It's a sim light, as I think Frugal likes to put it, and that's great for a lot of people. But I'm looking for a level of complexity that I don't get with default aircraft, which is why I go to payware, and so it just isn't. It doesn't float my boat as much, so I end up sticking with things like the 747, the 737 from PMDG, Aerosoft CRJ even is better, so it's not nearly, now the Quality Wings one isn't nearly as buggy as the Captain Sim one is in Steam and in general, I don't think, but it's still very sim light when it comes to systems modeling, which is good for some people. I mean, that's fine, but it is what it is. Half-Life 3. I'm not sure I understand the comparison. What the? That stupid truck just rammed me. What the frick? And I got charged for it. Oh my gosh. You'll see that on stream in a second. That was all him. Oh my gosh. Piece of crap. That was rude, rude, rude. Yeah, injustice indeed. I tell you. Get the TSB on the line, yeah.
Went to the GTA School of Driving.
Exactly. He's probably a Swift driver, is probably what's going on. There's the cop. Where are the cops when I need them? Witness that atrocity.
They did. You got the ticket, right?
I did. I got the ticket for it. He hit me and I got penalized. That's...
Welcome to the NFL.
Yeah, pretty much. That's true. Yeah, the key with that one is you never hit back because they only see the retaliation. They don't see the initial thing. So
that's pretty true for life.
And it mostly, yes, that's true. It pays to be the bigger man, not only just because it's better, but because it literally pays off. You'll get dinged if you succumb to their level. Old Dominion. Where are you going? I'm gonna just come slamming. The road splits. Why are you braking for that? You jerk. Right? That'd be kind of cool. They had like you could fight your traffic tickets. That'd be funny. Okay, we're coming back into Artesia here, and we're changing direction. I gotta figure out where we're going. I have a feeling I gotta get back behind this guy. As much as I don't want to. We're going to, was it Holbrook? In Arizona, I believe. So it's like on the close to the eastern border, midway up the state in Arizona. All Dominion Mafia. I love it. I love it. Forward. Yeah, it should be a fairly good-sized drive here we got ahead of us to do this, so. Past the railroad tracks here. There's a lot of railroad tracks in New Mexico, comparatively speaking, to the other maps. I think he's referring to Holbrook, our destination, not the Old Dominion Mafia. The Gucci gang, but worse. Flying to Frankfurt from where? And what are you flying in? Green light, yeah. Fire brigade. There's an overturned car in that canal. Right there. As I run off the road. We're still 35 here. Whose mom? And what? Not my mom. Minivan is having trouble with the speed limit, but okay. Now again, or we're probably coming back into Roswell. Yep, we are. Yep. Oh, I gotcha. Okay. Well, it's hard to tell sometimes with the conversations how they go, because you can't tell all the time who's responding to what. So that's the problem with text verbiage, is sometimes it gets lost in the nature of it, as opposed to speaking. We're going over here. Over here. I have seen those road trains, and that would be pretty epic, yeah, if they did an Australian truck sim and you could do a road train. That would be pretty epic. What'd be really cool is if you could edit the billboards in this game. Make one that says, like, advertises my YouTube channel. driving along. Watch The Flying Moose. Fridays and Saturdays. Be hilarious. Yeah, everything's deadly in Australia. Basically, Australia exists to kill everybody. That's why it's there. Although, oh, you know what? Did I talk? I may have mentioned this last time. There was a one of those flat Earth people. I think I did mention it before. Was going on about how Australia doesn't really exist, and it's all a giant government conspiracy to cover up the fact that the British didn't actually maroon criminals in Australia all those years ago, but just murdered them all and wanted the world to believe they marooned them, and they're still sticking to that hoax to this day. And it was a hilarious read, and there's no arguing with him because of course he's thought of everything. It's just anything that anyone tells you is a lie, and it was the most ridiculous thing. But I guess some people just love their delusions. Yeah, so chemtrails are a thing. The Earth is flat and Australia doesn't exist, so there you go. Sorry to burst your view of the world, but truth. Not really, I'm being sarcastic in case you're curious. 100 carriage road train, oh my goodness. At a certain point, it's just a train, isn't it? No coffee for me, I'll stick with my Mountain Dew, but thank you for the offer. Try to stay on the road. Be good manners. Over here and hope this guy doesn't try and ram me as well. That was rude. I guess we're turning here, or we're going to die. Billy the Kid historical exhibit, huh? Yeah.
Now, is there a running thing for determining whether you're on schedule or not?
There is. Let's see here. Where is it at? No, that's not that. There it is. So my expected arrival is between Saturday 3:51 and Saturday 5:21 a.m. It's currently Friday 8:52 a.m. and so I've got 20 hours and 28 minutes left on the job.
Don't think I'm going to hang out for all of that.
Well, I'm not going to be. It's not going to take me 20 hours in reality, obviously.
Popping some pills.
Yeah, I would think so.
A lot of caffeine.
It's a tiny little bridge. This is kind of cool. It's like back roads in New Mexico right here. Which actually sounds like a line from Larger Than Life with Bill Murray, but
Be there yet?
what are you, 5?
Times 10 plus 10.
There you go. Way to do math.
Get
You're
my shoes off.
iGamer fellow, you're correct. Although I wouldn't really call it a secret airline because it's kind of like the worst kept secret. Everyone knows about it. You're just not allowed to get on it. But yeah, the Janet Airlines 737s that fly out of Vegas to Area 51 or wherever they're going.
Hey, they were hiring.
Yeah, I saw that a while back. I remember that. That'd be kind of a cool gig.
Don't log a lot of hard IFR with that one.
I would imagine not. Would imagine not. Reduce speed again? What now? 45. Alright, fine. If you say so. Yeah, well, okay, yeah. I'm thinking you can fly with us, but we'll have to kill you. Okay. Sounds fair.
Yeah, that Train World sim's pretty good, actually.
Yeah, it's actually quite fun. I just did the yard switching mission. That's not the tutorial, but the other one. That was pretty fun. Doing the round table, the turntable, and the whole thing.
Have you done the startup?
Yes, I have. That was in that one where you have to go back and open the engine compartment, and the whole thing. And
Yeah, that was wild. I enjoyed that.
yeah, that was cool.
Does your conductor change off?
I haven't seen. I don't think. Well, not yet. Anyway, so far it's just been the one guy. I think.
Yeah, I'll start out with the woman, and then I'll get like the African American guy. Then I get, but it's like the train hasn't even stopped. It's still in the same,
Eh.
film, and you're.
That's funny. Yeah, no, I haven't had one where it's changed. It's been a white guy for me. That's hilarious, though.
Yeah, it's like random. Like over there, I'm like, wait a minute, where'd the other one go?
Hey, you're a conductor of a different color. It's
I
like
wish it would get out and do something.
it's like
like
Oz.
the switches.
I know, right? Like they're supposed to.
Must be a different union.
Yeah, right.
Actually, the old head of Delta is now the head of Amtrak.
Really?
Yep. I don't think he's going to be as successful.
I don't think so. When you're working for a government-subsidized operation, it's generally not a recipe for success. It's kind of like trying to run the postal service and make a profit.
Yeah, that's true.
Polar Bear Productions' dad apparently commented, said it's the affirmative action train. Yeah, Limited Ray Bay, NightBot's referring to the last flight I did. I have a route for that. still in there. That's the Jacksonville to TF Green Airport for the AFC Championship. So you're looking at the aircraft and then the route of flight and the altitude, flight altitude. So it has nothing to do with this game. It's just you can't really turn those NightBot things off aside from deleting them, and I don't like to delete them and then have to recreate them every time I do a different game. So I just leave them in there. If people want to type things that don't have any bearing on this game, that's up to them, but it is what it is. Out in the desert. Oh, 25, that's what it is, okay. Nahal Afsal, I know I'm butchering that, I'm sorry, but hello. I'm also trying to read it quickly and drive, and that's not a good combination for that, so. But welcome to the stream, sir. Trains, trains, and automobiles, yeah. Well, the Alan Mullally, who used to be the head of, or one of the heads of Boeing, went to Ford for a number of years as their CEO. And I don't know what he's doing now, because I don't believe he's there anymore. Just remember him from the building a 21st century jet documentary about the building of the 777. That was a really good documentary, actually. It was in like 5 parts or something.
That was a good one. I enjoyed that one, and all the quality problems they had.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Was that the 777 or the 787?
Well, all the parts quality problems was the 787. The 777 was one of the first ones where they tried to do kind of a they didn't break it. Like the 787 was broken out where everyone was kind of supplying the parts and they all brought them together. The 777 was like the first one where they did some of that, but they still did most of the stuff was from the U.S. I believe, but they still had a bunch of places from out, and so they had some growing pains there, and so I think they tried to expand that with the 78, and they expanded too much. They thought they had learned all their lessons with the 777, and there was still many more to learn. But the building of a 21st century jet was the 777 documentary. It was really well done. There's a 1-episode documentary on the 78. I don't remember what it's called, but it was pretty good too. But the best one by far, the most in-depth one I've ever seen covering a Boeing build was the 777 one. Yeah, this is basically Breaking Bad territory. It's true. We're gonna stop over here, pick up Jesse. We'll cook some meth. It'll be blue for some reason.
Steal a lot of fertilizer.
That's right. We'll do a pseudo cook. It still cracks me up every time I buy a Dayquil at the supermarket. I gotta have some cashier check my ID and as if I'm gonna take 1 box of Dayquil and go make meth with it.
Well, it's the other stuff you buy that's kind of suspicious as well.
It is, but they just do it by force anytime you buy Dayquil. So I understand if you start buying all the ingredients together, yes, absolutely, that should tip somebody off. But I clearly have a cold, and that's why I'm buying this.
It just costs money to put that Proposition 65 label on everything.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm not. Yeah, maybe Mayday Crash Investigation. The one I have that I really enjoy watching is the air disasters. which airs on the Smithsonian Channel here. That's a really good program for the investigations on different air crashes over the years.
Did you watch last week's? Was that the 7 Tenerife?
I have it on my DVR. I haven't watched it yet. That's the two 747s colliding or whatever it is, isn't it?
Yeah, with the head of KLM safety and the 174.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Right. Yeah. Well, I know how it ends. I just didn't. But yeah, no, I've got it on my DVR. There's a few of them on there that I haven't watched yet. I got to go back and watch them. But they're a lot of fun to watch and try and pick apart what happened and why. Oops, that's not good. Qantas 32, I'm not, unless that's the one that the engine blowout on the A380, then no, I'm not familiar with that one. I'm not sure what that flight number was for that one.
I'm going to turn in so you have the rest of the evening to enjoy yourself. I'll try to catch you tomorrow.
Alrighty, Captain Tim. We'll see you next time, and have a good evening.
Yep, thank you. Bye-bye.
See you. Okay, Gamer, yeah, that's the one. Yeah, I am familiar with that one then. The engine blew out after, I think they were flying out of Singapore, or they were flying to Singapore. It was one of the two. They had to come back and bring it in, and engine just gave up. Yeah, in fact, the episode of air disasters for that particular event, I believe, is titled "Titanic of the Sky" or something like that, which is kind of a misnomer because the thing didn't actually crash. They landed it safely. It's just very large and was in distress. They had a similar incident, I mean, similar in the sense that they blew an engine on that Air France flight over by, where was that? It was like coming toward Canada from from France toward into America. It might have been going to LA actually, but it didn't make it. But it blew out its number 3, I think, or number 4. It's like the front fan came off and just went haywire. Didn't quite do as much damage as the other one did, because it didn't kill any systems, I don't think. It just shut the engine down, basically. Angry Vasquez, how's it going, sir? Welcome to the stream. On 25, now we're on 60. Alright. Not sure when that happened, but whatever. Whatever. Alright guys, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and hit that like button. I would appreciate it. Another big shout out to Grandmother Ann for the sponsorship. Thank you again for that. You too can sponsor the channel. You just use that I think you do it with that smiley face down there at the bottom of the chat window there. You can also super chat, which is kind of similar, but you can basically send me money that way, which is kind of cool for me. So I appreciate anyone that does do the super chat. You can also donate to the channel by doing the Streamlabs version, which is down in the comments below. So if you're curious about how to do that, of course, that's always very appreciated. Not required, but appreciated. But at the very least, leave me that like and that subscribe if you wouldn't mind. We're trying to get up to 2,500 subscribers. We're currently at 2,100 and some change, and working our way up there. So if you haven't yet, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. I would certainly appreciate it as we continue our march upward for that. Polar Bear Productions, all right, thanks, man, for joining the stream while you could. I appreciate you being here. If you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, hit that subscribe button for me. I'd appreciate it. If it doesn't pop up your name, it's probably because your subscription is set to private, so just be aware of that. So maybe you have subscribed and I don't even know it because of that, but if you did, thank you, sir. I'm trying to read comments and stay on the road. It's not a good combination. Starting to send in 10 minutes. All right, iGamer. Let's see. Landy, New York, Landian Vlogs or something. Yeah, Landian Vlogs. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I love this truck. It's a cool truck. Oh, hey, we're coming into Arizona. Entering Arizona. In fact, let me see. Try not to run into people as I do this. Oh, that scared the crap out of me. Thank you, Landian Vlogs, for that subscription. I truly appreciate it. Welcome on board. In fact, whoa, that jet looked like it was crashing back there. And we'll do a nice good old horn toot there for you. In fact, I should have done that for Grandmother Ann as well, so we'll give you a special horn honk as well for the becoming a sponsor. We gotta go away. Goody. Goody. As I go off the road again. Short haul flight suggestions. Well, if you're going out of Frankfurt, if you land in Frankfurt, then might I suggest, let's see, short haul. You could go up to Cologne. There's Luxembourg is not that far from you. There's Munich is really not that far from you. Being barnstormed. So yeah, there's a couple good options right there as far as what you could do for a short haul. Nice thing about being in Europe, there's tons of good options and diverse options because everything's so packed together. America's a little bit more spread out, as it were. I should probably downshift if I'm going to be going this slow. It generally helps. All right, let's get right there. Let's pull this up, make sure we get the inspection. Good to go. All right. Ah! It's pretty fast for a crop duster, I don't know. Once again. Alright, coming into Sholo here in a moment, and then up to Holbrook, I believe. I have been on the musical road. Did that actually when we first got into New Mexico. Made a point to make sure we did the musical road. That's pretty cool. Faster than I'd like right there, so let's slow her on down a little bit. Oh yeah, the musical road. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. I already had dinner. I had spaghetti and some French bread. It was delicious. But yeah, no, I already had dinner. When I'm done here, I've got to go do some work. So I can clean tomorrow. Because that's on the docket for tomorrow morning. Clean the house before we fly in the afternoon. What am I doing currently? I'm driving, can't you tell? Seems like kind of an odd question. I'm driving to Holbrook, if that's what you're asking. We're hauling TVs, I believe it is. From, where did we leave from? Hobbs to Holbrook. And I'm going to screw this up if I don't. Okay, yeah, we are turning here. Right here. Very sharp turn. I should slow down. Oh, we're going to pop the curb. All right. What is this flight requirement stuff? What are you talking about, Brian? I'm confused. Okay, did you seriously just have me turn a street early so I had to make 2 more turns? Is that what just happened? I could have turned at the light, but no. I gotta go this way. You ridiculous GPS, you. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's exactly what you did. Yep. You jerk. Boy. That's 2 demerits for the GPS right there. Yeah, I'd like to do the CRJ and actually... Oh, request. That's what it is. We know to JFK, huh? I'd like to do the CRJ again, and I might try it again tomorrow. I just hope it holds out. There's nothing worse than having the sim crash and we just have to end the stream like that. Like, I feel like I'm robbing you guys when I do that. I mean, there's nothing I can do about it, obviously, but... I mean, like with the Jacksonville one that happened, I had to go back and do that flight again because I couldn't leave it crash because I couldn't risk that being the reason my Jags lost. But normally, it just, I mean, it feels sad to me because I don't get to finish the flight. It's just, it feels wrong on a number of levels. So, like I said, I'm hoping it's because of my antivirus stuff. I mean, I don't run antivirus, but the built-in stuff with Windows 10 was apparently still running, and I'm told that can cause some conflicts when it kicks in and starts to try and do stuff. So I'm hoping that's all it is, because that I can turn off now that I know where it is, and see if that solves my problem. But if that's not it, then we're back to a stability issue, and that either means reinstalling Flight Sim again, which is a big deal for all the amount of stuff and add-ons I have, or it means Eva's Steam is just unstable now for some reason. I don't know why. Yes, California has the really annoying truck speed limit of 55 all over the place, so at least when we're in Arizona, Nevada, New Mexico, we can usually do whatever the car speed limit is, and that's usually 65 and up. And we got a train, so we're going to have to stop here for the train. There he is, good old BNSF, Burlington Northern Santa Fe. Hauling tanker cars, apparently. My nose is itching like crazy, I don't know why. All right. Go, buddy. Go, buddy, go! Switching to Kansas City in the CRJ, huh? Interesting thought. I'd actually like to do, if I do the CRJ, I'd like to do what I tried to do before, and that was do a number of really short flights, just to do a number of landings and takeoffs, because that's the most interesting part anyway. And it makes sense in a CRJ to do that, as opposed to a larger aircraft, because it's not usually... Whoa, good grief, bus. Yeah, you did not... now you've done it. Now you've done it. Let me try moving forward a little bit, see if that helps you. Nope. Alright, you're stuck. Well done. You suck at your job. Yeah, you better not come over here. You dumb bus. You dumb bus. Now it's my turn to go. There, now we can go. Alright, where are we taking this to? Are we going to Tidbit? Is that what we're doing? Yep. Tidbit. Oh, check it out. It's one of those little crazy crazy balloon things. Oh, it's like it's a store. Okay, I gotcha. It's one of these. Alright, let's see here. Can we go all the way around? I think we can. I don't think I've ever been to a Tidbit. San Francisco. Oh, this is all. I love this. This is cool. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna do. I'm trying to think how I want to approach this. So my trailer is long. So let's see. What is that? California. Sorry. San Francisco, Monterey. What's SBA? I'm not. Okay, what is SBA? LAX is Los Angeles and FAT is Fresno. That's my airport. SBA, is that, it's not like... Yeah, we're close. We're going to have to redo that a little bit. Oh, it is Santa Barbara, okay. All right. This is true alley dock right here. This is cool. Oh, crap. No. Cut that the wrong way. There it is. All right. Look at that. Yeah. True alley dock right there. That's cool. All right, we'll drop that there. That's about Santa Barbara to FAT. Yeah, that'd be cool. Both those routes actually would be quite a bit of fun, so we'll see. Maybe we'll do that. Provide the sim doesn't crash, obviously, because, you know, that's always fun. All right, well, we made it to Holbrook with our load of TVs. So that's 3 trips today. We went from Albuquerque to Clovis, Clovis down to Hobbs, and then Hobbs over to Holbrook in Arizona. So thanks for coming along with the trip. Again, a special shout out to Grandmother Ann for her sponsorship. Thank you for all those that subscribed during the video, for those that hit the like button. I appreciate it very much. Hit that subscribe button if you want to be alerted for more content. Again, the idea is I stream, generally speaking, real world stuff takes priority, but generally speaking, Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays. Fridays and Saturdays are flight days. and Thursdays are reserved for American Truck Simulator at this time. So thanks for your time, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. I'll probably be streaming tomorrow in the afternoon Pacific time. That way most people have a chance to get out of school. And then Saturday I try to do it in the morning, like 10, 11 Pacific time. Generally at that point to get it done within the early part of the day gives more time to fly if need be. So I don't know where I'm going yet for sure, but we'll let you know then. So till then, good night. Drive safe, fly safe, and we'll see you all tomorrow. And I hope you have a good one. See you guys.